This one, honestly, the cover, God forbid a girl wants to look cute. It's finally time. It's the time that I have been waiting for. It's the time that you, or at least I know some of you, have been waiting for. I cannot believe it's finally here. It's all finally here. All the pieces are here. It's time to do it. Also, update, I put these guys up. I like them. I think they're so cute. And I also put this guy up. I do still have to figure out this whole shelving situation, but today's biggest ordeal, what are we doing? The gallery wall. We actually have to put them into the frames. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Also, I do apologize. I am aware that the previous video that I posted last week, the audio is only coming out of one channel if you're listening to it with headphones. I downloaded DaVinci and I had a few days to edit that video, but it was more of in a panic, and I was also trying to learn the software at the same time. In hindsight, I probably should have given myself a little bit more time to learn DaVinci. I had never used it before. I've only used Premiere and Final Cut. We're going to try and fix that for this video. But if there's any other issues that occurred during this video, please comment it, because the last time one of you commented and it was really helpful for me to know, because I would not have even looked back at that video. So quick recap, this is the library. The library is here, this is her, and the gallery wall is going into this plain wall that's right behind me, onto this plain wall that's right behind me. I still need a second bookshelf for this wall, although I don't think you're supposed to block that vent. I'm not sure. I'm honestly gonna just try to make do with this one bookshelf. I know it'll look so much better with two bookshelves, but I'm gonna just try to squeeze as many books onto here as physically possible before I just get a second one, because I don't know if I can block this. So we have all these frames here, and I need to take all this stuff out of the frames, and I need to actually put in all the prints. So we're gonna go one by one with each frame. I have to go get my iPad. Actually, let's go do that now. All right, let's go get my iPad, and let's also go get a little drinky drink. I got 2 Olippops. I've stopped drinking these probiotic drinks, because I heard that they're not that good for you if you drink too many of them. But I got a peaches and cream one, which was, it was all right, to be honest. And then I got this crisp apple. This actually looks pretty good, so I want to try that. And we need the iPad because all of my diagram for which print goes into which frame is on the iPad. Another side note, I got a butter yellow sweat set, lounge set from Aerie. Aerie dropped all this butter yellow stuff, and I was like, heck yes, I've been wanting more butter yellow, because ever since I've worn it, people have been like, that is your color. And I've always stayed away from pale yellow because I thought it would look bad on me. And as you can tell, I don't have on matching butter yellow bottoms. Why, you ask? I'll tell you. Because they are so ugly. I don't know, it should be illegal to sell these pants. I don't know who came out with these pants and said, yes, these are gonna be it for this summer. I'm so sorry if you like them. I am so sorry, to each their own, but in my opinion, I put them on, I looked horrible. It did nothing for my shape, and again, I am not one to really care about my shape when we're talking about lounge sets at home. God forbid a girl wants to look cute in a vlog when she's filming, or a girl wants to feel good while she's working from home. Anyway, I was a little disappointed because I was out and Shanique and I were having a book bestie day, just going to a little bookstore, grabbing a coffee, and then we grabbed lunch after, and it was really cutie and fun. And so then I saw that it had arrived, and I was like, heck yes, all I want to do now is go home, shower, put on this comfy lounge set, and put up my gallery wall. And the pants were so bad, I FaceTimed Shanique. She literally burst out laughing, laughed out loud when I showed her what they looked like on. Anyway, let's try this crisp. This really better tastes like such a good crisp apple thing. Okay, you know what? This one actually slaps. So I'm allergic to apples. I can only have them cooked. I can't have them raw. This tastes like you were to bite into a nice raw apple. Obviously not perfectly because it's a bit sugary, and also it's like a probiotic drink or whatever, prebiotic drink. But it tastes like a little crisp apple. Back upstairs we go. I'm putting the drink on my cute little mushroom coaster I got from Etsy. I'm debating whether I want to do it here. Maybe we'll start off in the office, and when it starts to get a little dark, we'll come out here and do the rest. And you remember the one reason we went downstairs truly was for the iPad? Guess what I forgot to bring up? My shelves are a little bit of a disaster right now, so I think I'm actually going to go film it in the actual library. But right before I go, because I keep getting distracted, I wanted to show you the 2 books that I got from today's outing. So this one, honestly, the cover really drew me in. The sprayed edges, of course, as well. But it's basically, I'll just read it to you. Also, look at the inside. Look at this, like, beachy vibe. So the whole premise of this book, the reason I got it is because I love a fantasy book. And this book, and I can't really do, like, seasonal reads that much because I feel like they're not very entertaining to me. Viv's career with the notorious mercenary company Rakeham's Ravens isn't going as planned. Wounded during the hunt for a powerful necromancer, she's packed off against her will to recuperate in the sleepy beach town of Merk, so far from the action that she worries she'll never be able to return to it. What's a thwarted soldier of fortune to do? Spending her hours at a that's a big word. Spending her hours at a beleaguered bookshop in the company of its foul-mouthed proprietor. Also, English is not my first language, so I'm putting that out there now. In the company of its foul-mouthed proprietor is the last thing Viv would have predicted, but it may be both exactly what she needs and the seed of changes she couldn't possibly imagine. Still, adventure isn't all that far away. A suspicious traveler in gray, a gnome with a chip on her shoulder, a summer fling, and an improbable number of skeletons proved to Merk to be more eventful than Viv could have ever expected. So to me, this gives summer beach book, but with a twist because there's fantasy, and it's fantasy and there's like a mystery, and it just sounds like much more entertaining. It even sounds like there might be a subplot of romance in there, which, look at the font in this book. This font is huge, and it says it's like 300 pages. This is easily an afternoon read for me. Well, depending. If it's a good book, it's an easy afternoon read. If it's a bad book, it could take me a month. So, you know, who knows? And then the other book that I got was actually a blind book. When you walked in, there was like a shelf full of staff names and blind books. And then there was a sign that explained which staff members which types of books, and then you could kind of pick your blind box based off the staff member's name on that blind box book, whatever. And so this girl said she liked magic and adventure, which I love, but I also love a good romance plot in a fantasy. But I didn't see any of them actually talk about romantasy. It was either romance or fantasy, or murder mystery or thriller or whatever, and I really wanted a romantasy, but I didn't see that, so I was like, well, let me go with fantasy because that to me is still more fun than just a basic contemporary romance. So it ended up being this book, which I'd actually never heard of before. It's called The Bear and the Nightingale. I'll read you the back here. Let me just zoom you in. There we go. Hi. Winter lasts most of the year at the edge of the Russian wilderness, and in the long nights, Vasilisa and her siblings love to gather by the fire to listen to their nurse's fairy tales. Above all, Vasia loves the story of Frost, the blue-eyed winter demon. Wise Russians fear him, for he claims unwary souls, and they honor the spirits that protect their homes from evil. Vasia's widowed father brings home a new wife from Moscow. Fiercely devout, Vasia's stepmother forbids her family from honoring their household spirits, but Vasia fears what this may bring. And indeed, misfortune begins to stalk the village. But Vasia's stepmother only grows harsher, determined to remake the village to her liking and to groom her rebellious stepdaughter for marriage or a convent. As the village's defenses weaken and evil from the forest creeps near, Vasilisa must call upon dangerous gifts she has concealed to protect her family from a threat sprung to life from her nurse's most frightening tales. This one sounds like more of a fall wintry book, so I don't know if I'm necessarily like, I need to read this right now, but it does sound really cute and fun, and it's definitely something that I want to pick up at some point because I do want to know like what this is all about. This one also has not as large font as the other book. It's a bit more normal sized font, and this one is about 322 pages. I also hate that this has marker on the edge. No one asked for that. I didn't know it was damaged when I bought it because I didn't open it. I should have just looked more and then gone back to the store and asked for a different copy because this one is damaged. And I paid full price for it, which kind of sucks. Oh well. I don't usually get paperbacks. This is a paperback, so this is what I get for getting paperback. Anyway, okay, back to the actual point of this video. The art gallery. I'm gonna quickly explain how I did everything because my AC is pumping essentially full time because we are in the full heat of summer. So what I first did was I took a picture of that wall and then I took a picture of every single frame that I had, cropped it all out, and then got a free trial from a software to basically line up and scale the frames exactly to the wall size so I could display them like this. And so now all I have to do, which I don't necessarily have all of these frames, because this is an older version, I guess, of the main scheme that we're going with, which will be more along the lines of this, but for this, I did... Okay, well, let me not break my iPad. For this, all I did was I laid it out onto the ground, and then I took a picture of it, so that's why it kind of looks slanted, and then I put it onto a picture of my wall. So this is essentially the layout that it's gonna be. With all that, I actually just laid them out like this. I wrote out their sizes, and then I kind of put the prints that I'm using next to each one so that I would remember what goes in where, and I also knew exactly what I needed to purchase from Etsy when I was going on there to purchase some art prints. I'll put on some Gilmore Girls because that's always a vibe, and I restarted it when my brother was here, so I'm just gonna have it play. There also is one print I'm kind of nervous about. It's the biggest print. It looks really blurry, and I'm hoping that it doesn't actually look blurry once it's in the frame and it's up here, and it just looks more artsy and painted.
Finding it out, see which one is
First thing.
For Russia's money class, English culture also had its impact. Tolstoy's favorite author, for instance.
I'm not 100% sure if I want to keep the glass in here, but I think for now I do. Just because they're all rolled and they need to like flatten out.
Come on, Berkeley.
Once again, you're fit to be a beautiful man. That's so well.
That's your dad. Here we go. I can't get anybody. Oh no, honey, you try.
So I will say we have run into the slightest problem. First of all, we don't have a print for that frame with all the flowers and stuff. That's just how it came, but we don't have a print for that. And the print that I got for this does not fit in this. Yes, I did measure. Don't even. I measured. I knew it wasn't going to fit perfectly, but for some reason I thought I could make it work, and now that it came, it looks so dumb. So now I don't know what to do. I think what I'm going to do is take pictures of everything again and try to rearrange them once again. I'm gonna cry. Rearranging them takes so long. So I think before we do that, I'm gonna procrastinate and actually rearrange my bookshelf and the shelves in my office first. It's a new day. I rearranged everything on my iPad. All right, looking at my iPad. I'm a little crooked there. Why are you always so crooked? This is the first painting that's gonna be kind of in the center. And so what I think I saw is that it kind of went like right here. I'm already excited. definitely want to take off the glass because I hate the glare that it has. And obviously some of them are also like really dirty because they were thrifted, so like they're stained and whatever. So I want to take off the glass front, but I need to let them flatten first. So I'll wait like a week or two for them to flatten against the glass before I go and take the glass out. Welcome to the final result. I'm really happy with it. Pretend like this one right here in particular has a dark moody landscape because I have to still find one and then get it exchanged for what's in this painting portrait thing. Let's just like avert your eyes away from that one. But the rest of it looks so good, right? It looks nothing like what we initially said it was gonna look like, and I'm not even mad about it. I still have that landscape frame that I have to find something for and then try to put it up here. I'm thinking it might go right up here. I have this like white blanket from Target on here, and this chair used to be in my office. I used to have a bigger office, and the office theme was very bright and naturals, and so in that case, the light chair, I had like white pillows or cream pillows, and then I had like the white blanket. It made sense. But ever since splitting my reading corner into an actual library corner and then my office being its own space, I wanted the reading area to be like more dark and moody. I don't know, my office is so bright, light, and airy. I was like, let me make my reading corner like a dark, whimsical vibe. Can't paint the walls. I can't actually do anything crazy in this house, unfortunately, but I'm working with what we got, okay? Just look at her. Just look at this. Look at this. Oh, well, you know, actually, don't look at the ironing board. Let me move that really quick. Now just look at it. Look at the bookcase. And again, I do think 2 bookcases would look way better than 1 bookcase. The 1 bookcase just looks kind of random. And I think 2 bookcases would make it look like a legit library. But I feel like I could still fill out this bookcase more, so I don't want to pay for another one yet. Rug. This whole area is just so cute. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Okay. The main goal of mine for these prints and stuff was to essentially get things that look like just paintings or landscapes of random stuff, but combined, it gives moody forest whimsical vibes. And also, some of them are literally straight out of some of my favorite books, but I don't want you to be able to tell that it is, if that makes any sense. So there's a couple more prints that I still have saved on Etsy that look like just random landscapes, specifically like the one that was supposed to be in the elongated rectangle frame is a Throne of Glass terracin painting. And if you didn't know what it was from or had read the series or knew anything about it, you would just think it was a landscape painting, but it's actually a painting of terracin. And so I love that idea. So a few of these are obviously more on the nose than the others, but I had to get a mushroom forest. Like, that's just so cute and whimsical. So I don't know. That one, I had to get that one. There's nothing like super special behind that one other than that I just really, really liked it. I'm like trying to get in frame, but also I want you to see the main thing that I'm talking about. So this is a portrait of Aelin Galathynius from Throne of Glass. I know a lot of these oval ones usually will have like a silhouette, and that's what I initially was going to do. I was going to trace this and then make my own like all black silhouette of Aelin, but I really like it. And I feel like you couldn't really tell what was happening with the blonde curly hair, the crown, the fire coming off of it, and the armor. And I just think it's so much cooler that way. So I just left it like that. This next one is Feyre with Valaris. And I really like this one specifically. There's a couple really standard popular ones from the ACOTAR series that are kind of back walking away portraits of Feyre or of Valaris. But I really liked this one in particular because I feel like, again, like obviously if you look closely, it kind of looks more magical, whimsical, but you wouldn't know like it's not like on the nose ACOTAR, like, oh, I've seen that. That's definitely ACOTAR. This one I just found and I really liked the frame. And the more I looked at it, I actually really liked the flowers and stuff in it. So I ended up just keeping it like that because I thought it made sense with the moodiness, you know? This next one is, I know the glare is so bad, I'm so sorry, but this next one is, I think it's like little children. Maybe, to me, it gave me like their little fairies dancing around in a whimsical forest kind of thing, just like girls. And this just gave me like friendship, girls vibes, like me and my girls, but also at the same time very like fairy and whimsical and foresty vibes. So that's that one. And I also really love this frame. This one I thrifted and it has like these green accents in it and I think it's beautiful. I obviously had to get a book dragon next, and this one in particular for some reason spoke to me, so I really liked this one. This one was originally going to be a lot larger. This was going to be in the largest frame that I had, but I actually don't hate that it's in the smaller one now. And then I got a random mirror, and you can see my ironing board in the back. This, I just thought it would be good to have like a little mirror in there. My friend Ray, she had a gallery wall in her living room, and she had a mirror there, and I thought the mirror was amazing like surrounded by the gallery pictures, so I really wanted that. This one is just like a fun, moody forest fall vibe landscape. Next is this map of Aurelia. If you don't know, this is also from Throne of Glass. This is essentially like the world of Throne of Glass. There's no glass in front of this one, and I actually like how it looks stained here. I really like the frame that it's in too. I think it matches really well. So, and then last but not least, the piece de resistance, the one I was afraid of looking too blurry, but from this distance you can't really tell. It's honestly just more up close that you can see it's a bit blurry. But this is another Throne of Glass one. It's Aelin going through a library, and there were a few that I really had a hard time picking from because there were a lot of different options like this from her in different settings and different points in her life. But I really like this one because, one, her hair looks like mine when it's really long. So it's like this curly, wavy, messy thing that my hair always does. And so I'm like, ooh, it could be me. It's so stupid, but like I kind of like it. And then obviously her going through this grand library, just like, hello, I'm trying to make this my library corner. So why not have the largest frame be of a girl, my favorite character ever, in a giant library. So yeah, that's the entire gallery wall. This is like kind of the library. I can't wait to decorate this more for Halloween. Like, I have no idea what I'm gonna do, but obviously pumpkin and ghost pillows for sure. I think I am utterly obsessed. I think I do actually love it a lot, and I'm really happy with it. This one's still bothering me so much just looking at it from the viewfinder. It bothers me, but this was genuinely such a long process. It had been months of doing this. I think there's a few videos back on my YouTube channel where I actually went thrifting for all these. But other than that, I am gonna go make some blueberry syrup for my coffee. Never made it before, but we'll give it a go. Play some cozy games, figure out how to stream because I'm still trying to figure that out, and I'm trying to figure out whether I want to do that here on YouTube or on Twitch or on TikTok or all of them, or how that even works. If you know anything, let a girly know. But yeah, thank you so much for sticking around. Next week's vlog should be really fun because I will be making the blueberry syrup in that, and I also baked some cookies. We also went downtown and had like a fun little trip. I'm going to the movies today, so it's gonna be more of like random things I did throughout the week. Stay tuned for next week's vlog. I'm so excited to see you then, and I love you. Bye.